everyone, and welcome to today's video. This is a B2 level grammar lesson, and today we're going to continue talking about mixed conditionals. So we often use mixed conditionals, and look at this example. If I had gone out with you last night, I would be tired now. So we have an untrue event in the past with an untrue situation in the present. So now match the if clause with the result clause to make a mixed conditional. You can pause the video, try this on your own, and then restart when you're ready to check your answers. So if you hadn't met Tim at that party, you wouldn't be married to him now. If Colton hadn't gone to the doctor, he would be sick today. If Grayson and Lydia had caught a taxi, they would be at the restaurant now. And if he weren't so tired, he would have finished the report yesterday. Now, use a verb to make a conditional sentence and then explain the sentence. Here's the example. If you hadn't spoken to him like that, he would be your friend. And the meaning is that you spoke to him in a bad way in the past and he is not your friend now. So go ahead and pause the video, try these on your own, and then restart when you're ready to check your answers. So if I weren't busy all week, I would visit you, which means that I am busy all week, and that's the reason why I'm not able to visit you. Alba would call you if she had time. So the meaning is Alba doesn't have any time, and so that's why she doesn't call you. And if the government created more jobs, I would have found one by now. So I haven't found a job, and the reason is because the government has not created enough of them. Again, pause the video, try these on your own, and then restart to check your answers. So if I hadn't quit my piano lessons, I would be able to play the piano now. The meaning is that I did quit my piano lessons in the past, and I am not able to play the piano now. If she had tried out for the soccer team, she might have made it. Meaning is that she didn't try out for the team, and so she is not on the team currently. I would be rich if I had become a doctor. I didn't become a doctor, and I am not rich. If he had remembered to do laundry, he would have clean socks to wear today. He doesn't have any clean socks because he didn't remember to do the laundry. So remember that you need to think about time in the if clause and the result clause. So I would be happy if Sophia had come to my party. The result clause is about an untrue situation. You are not happy now. The if clause is about an untrue event in the past. Sophia did not go to your party. Now think about this example. If I had not been born, I would not be here now, but you were born and you are here now. If I had not started English lessons, I would not speak it today, but you did start English lessons and you speak it today. So everything has a cause and an effect. Can you think of more examples? A cause is something that leads to an action. So the cause is he shoots. And effect is the result of that action. The effect is that he scores. So now match the cause with the effect. You turn on the washing machine. The washing machine cleans the clothes. You look up a new word. You learn the meaning of the word. You buy a new suit. You feel look good and look great. More cause and effect. You won the lottery and you are really, really happy. You didn't go to the concert, so you feel sad. And a new film comes out this week and you are excited to see it. Now, we often use mixed conditionals when something happened in the past and caused an effect now. It is my birthday today. I received lots of presents, so I feel great now. I bought a new car last month. I feel happy now because I can travel around easily. I had a child 10 years ago. I am happy today because she is a wonderful girl. Now, most mixed conditionals are hypothetical. Hypothetical means imaginary or not real. So this is a factual statement and effect. Alexander Fleming discovered penicillin. Today we have antibiotics. So the next one, however, is a hypothetical statement and effect. If Alexander Fleming hadn't discovered penicillin, we might not have antibiotics today, and we would still die of simple diseases. Right, so this is a factual statement, and it is also a cause. You didn't meet me for lunch yesterday. You didn't know that I have a new job. If you had met me for lunch yesterday, you would know that I have a new job. So read about Luca, then make 2 mixed conditional sentences. So Luca feels terrible at the moment. That's the effect. The cause, these things happened to him this morning. He lost his wallet. He was late for work, and he didn't save his report, so he had to write it again. So if Luca hadn't lost his wallet, he would not feel terrible at the moment. If he had not lost his wallet, he wouldn't have arrived late from work. And if he had saved his report, he would not have had to write it again. Nicholas and Lumi, 3 mixed conditional sentences about them. Nicholas and Lumi are happy right now because they had a great trip last week. They met new friends. They enjoyed nature. So if Nicholas and Lumi had not had a great trip last week, they would not be happy right now. If they had not had a great trip last week, they would not have met new friends. And if they had not had a great trip last week, they would not have enjoyed nature. All right, so look at these examples. Which sentence is the cause and which is the effect? My friend invited me to her party. I am happy that she invited me. So the invitation to the party was the cause, and the being happy is the effect. I feel sick at the moment. Yesterday, I waited for the bus in the cold rain for 20 minutes. So waiting for the bus in the cold rain is the cause, and feeling sick is the effect. Dario is stressed. His boss told him that he wasn't meeting expectations. So his boss telling him that he wasn't meeting expectations is the cause, and feeling stressed is the effect. Kayla feels tired. She stayed up all night studying for her math test. So staying up all night studying is the cause, and feeling tired is the effect. So this mixed conditional is different from the others, so look closely. So the if clause is present if I were taller, and then the other clause is past. I could have played on the high school basketball team. This is a true situation in the present and its effect on an untrue event in the past. We can use this conditional when a present or general truth could have changed a past outcome. And the sentence structure is if plus the past simple, the comma, plus would, could, or might, plus have, plus the third form of the verb. If I knew Spanish, I could have helped the tourist today. So he doesn't know Spanish now, and he couldn't help the tourist yesterday. So complete the mixed conditional. I am not responsible. I didn't finish the project on time. So if I were more responsible, I could have finished the project on time. I'm scared of flying. I didn't go on the trip with my friends. If I wasn't afraid of flying, I would have gone on the trip with my friends. I'm not rich. I didn't buy the expensive car. If I were rich, I could have bought the expensive car. I'm shy. I did not talk to her. If I weren't shy, I would have talked to her. Now here's some practice. So make sentences using different types of mixed conditionals. You can pause the video, try this on your own, and then restart when you are ready to check your answers. And there may be more than one type. These are just some suggested answers. You might have others, and you can put those in the comments if you'd like some feedback on your answers. So Leland was in a canoe. He stood up and he fell out, and now he's completely soaked. If he hadn't stood up in the canoe, he wouldn't have fallen down. He doesn't live nearby. He didn't come to dinner last night. If Leland lived nearby, he would have come to dinner last night. Amina went to Berlin. She lost her map and she got lost. She feels nervous. If Amina hadn't lost her map, she wouldn't have gotten lost, or she wouldn't feel nervous. Joe has a bad memory. He forgot your birthday. If Joe didn't have a bad memory, he wouldn't have forgotten your birthday. As I said, there might be other possibilities as well. Alright, make true statements based on the untrue statements in each of these conditionals. And here's the example. If it had rained, we wouldn't have gone to the beach. It didn't rain, so we went to the beach. So pause the video, try these on your own, and then restart when you're ready to hear the answers. If I had seen you, I would have talked to you. I didn't see you, so I didn't talk to you. If Marius hadn't broken his arm, he could play tennis tonight. So Marius broke his arm, so he can't play tennis tonight. If we hadn't missed the plane, we would be in Spain right now. We missed the plane, so we are not in Spain right now. Alright, so here are a review of all the conditionals that we've learned. The zero conditional, we use if or when plus the present simple and the result clause in the present simple. For the first conditional, the if clause is if plus the present simple and will in the result clause. For the second conditional, we use if plus the past simple and then would, could, or might in the result clause. For the third conditional, you use if plus the past perfect and then would, could, or might have in the result clause. And with mixed conditionals, you can use either if plus the past perfect plus would, or if plus the past simple with would, could, or might have. And there are other ways to make mixed conditionals, but those are the two ways that we focused on in this lesson. Alright, so now decide if each sentence is the 0, first, second, third, or mixed conditional. And again, you can pause the video, try these on your own, and then restart when you're ready to check your answers. So Tommaso gets angry when he loses a football match. That's a 0 conditional. If you came tonight, we would order takeout. Second conditional. If I hadn't shouted at my boss, I would still have my job now. It's a mixed conditional. I wouldn't work as hard if the company didn't pay me well. That's second conditional. And if Greta hadn't left her door unlocked, the cat wouldn't have escaped. That is third conditional. Here are a few more. Again, pause the video, try these on your own, and then restart when you're ready to check your answers. If I get the 6 p.m. plane, I'll be in Zurich at 8 p.m. That's first conditional. I would feel happier if my team had not lost the championship match. That's a mixed conditional. Candela would be at work if she weren't sick today. That's second conditional. Eric and Capucine watch TV when they arrive home from school. That's 0 conditional. And she would have had a barbecue if the weather had been nice. That is third conditional. And that brings us to the end of today's video. Please like, subscribe, share, leave comments, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.